Well, good morning and welcome to this week's virtual worship service with the Granville Chapel. I'm so glad that you have joined us. If you haven't already, please take a look at this week's bulletin. In it, you will find the words to the songs as well as some guides to help you lead this worship service in your home. And as well, on the back page, there are some announcements. I want to draw your attention to a few of those. First, a note came into the office from Julie Biggs about future service opportunities with the Look Up Center. Though they remain closed at this time, they're planning for how they're going to resume their ministry in the future. Julie's asked that if you would like to be considered part of what they're doing in the future, to please reach out to her and let her know. Her contact information is there in the bulletin. Well, the ladies continue their virtual chats. If you're not part of these, they're a wonderful opportunity for ladies to get together using Microsoft Teams and just talk about what's going on in life and pray for one another and encourage one another as well. If you haven't joined in these and you would like to participate, there's some information in your bulletin that you can reach out to Nimily Johnson. She would be happy to plug you into one of those ladies' chats. Well, our online prayer meetings will continue, and we'll go live this Wednesday night at 7 p.m. from my house. Austin will be with me, and we will lead a time of word and scripture and song. You can join with us on our Facebook page or at our website at thegranvillechapel.com/live. I look forward to seeing many of you then. Supply is going to have a virtual meeting today at 4 p.m. That will be on Zoom. If you need the link to that, please contact Austin Finley. His information is there in the bulletin if you need that. Well, I'm sure you've heard already, but the elders of the Granville Chapel have decided to resume in-person services on June 7th. On our website at thegranvillechapel.com/worship, the same place where you can find today's bulletin, you will also find a link to a document that is titled, "The Plan to Resume In-Person Worship Services at the Granville Chapel." It is here where you will find many of the details that you're looking for about what worship services will look like here at the chapel on June 7th. I'm not going to read this whole document to you, but I do want to highlight some things here. First of all, we recognize that not everyone will be comfortable coming to worship service. Not everyone will be able to come to worship service. We understand, we respect the decision that you make, and we love you, and we support you. So with that in mind, I want you to know that for the foreseeable future, we will continue these virtual services. If you are unable or don't feel comfortable coming to worship, you will still be able to access all of this on Sunday mornings. We are happy to provide that for you. We will also continue to do our Wednesday night prayer meeting, so you can gather with other Christians that way online and be encouraged. Well, also on this document, we talk about things like safety and procedures on Sunday mornings. We're going to do all that we can to sanitize the sanctuary and other high-traffic surfaces as you come into the building. We're going to do what we can to make this a safe place for us to gather and worship. And that means there's going to be some changes in how things happen. For instance, we don't have a large sanctuary, and we don't have the ability to move pews around to change the seating. So we're going to have to actually designate seating within the sanctuary. So you can imagine for a moment that it might be difficult to get everybody in here on a Sunday morning. And so if you haven't already, you should hear from one of the elders very soon. We're just asking you simple questions like, do you plan to come to services when they resume? And are you open to other times of meeting? If that's necessary, we're looking at ways that we can offer alternative service times so that the church can still gather together. Again, as I said, there's lots of details here. What it will look like for having communion together, what it will look like at arrival and dismissal. There's also some hard things we've said. For the foreseeable future, we won't be able to offer nursery or kids rock. What I want you to know is that if you have questions about this document, please reach out. Please reach out to one of the staff members. Reach out to one of the elders. Reach out to me. We would be happy to speak with you and answer any questions that you have. I look forward to that day. I look forward to the day where we can gather together again in person. And although it will be different, I know that there's a day coming as well. A day when maybe all these restrictions will be set aside, and as a whole church, we'll be able to gather again as we once did. I know that God has continued to do mighty and wonderful things in your life and through you. And I can't wait to be together again in person to celebrate those things. God bless you.